If you struggle to sleep because of spinal stenosis, the way you position yourself, your body at night, could make a huge difference. So you need to understand that when we talk about stenosis, it can be anywhere in your spine. Most likely it is in the neck or cervical spine, and it is in your lower back or lumbar spine. Stenosis in general is the narrowing of the hole where the nerve exits. That's what spinal stenosis is. You can have canal stenosis where the spinal column is tightened or is narrowed and it puts pressure on the spinal cord. We are talking about spinal stenosis in the cervical or the lumbar area because those are the common areas, and where the nerves exit the spinal cord to go to different parts of your body. So it is possible to have more than one location for stenosis and more than one region, meaning you can have spinal stenosis in your neck or you can have spinal stenosis of your lumbar spine. Sleep positions do matter when nerves are being compressed, and your poor posture at night can make a huge difference, causing pain and stiffness. So what happens during sleep with spinal stenosis is that you may position yourself to the point where that hole I was referring to gets compressed even more. For example, if I have spinal stenosis on the left side of my body, and when I lay down on my left side of my body, my spine kind of sags this way, and it can change the size or compress on the walls of the hole where the nerve exits. Now, sleeping in that position is not going to be comfortable. So that's not a good fit for you. The point I'm trying to make is that your body will tell you, I don't like this. And it's very important to understand that your spinal stenosis can vary from one person to another person, even though the term is still stenosis. So certain positions do reduce space in the spinal canal, causing complications, and the wrong mattress does make a difference. The wrong pillow makes a difference as well. So what are some of the things to consider? You want to have a good support for your neck no matter what. And you don't want to have a firm mattress. You don't want to have soft mattress. My recommendation to my patients is medium firm. So if you get a medium mattress with a pillow top, it may soften it more than you need to. So my recommendation is, if you're looking for a new mattress, get the kind that you can return if it doesn't work out. No matter what kind of sleeping you do want to avoid sleeping on your stomach. That is highly damaging to the spine, no matter what part of the spine you have stenosis with, or you may not even have stenosis in those areas. It worsens the narrowing quite a bit. Your body tells you what positions it doesn't like. Listen to it. And no matter what, I don't recommend people sleeping on their stomach. So it's important to use supportive mattress, not a soft one, and to keep your body in more of a neutral position. So you may not know what neutral is. That's a term I use in my practice, and it's a term that is used often with developmental exercises. You have to understand how you develop stenosis is very important, because you can continue living your life the wrong way, which can complicate things even more. So once you have stenosis, the goal is to make it not any worse. Stenosis happens as a result of lack of stability in your spine. So lack of stability can turn into disc herniation, disc bulge, disc protrusion. It can turn into arthritic changes, degeneration at the joints. It can turn into ligament thickening, the ligament inner lining of the hole can get thicker to provide more stability that you didn't have. So these are some of the examples of the deviations that take place as a result of lack of stability. So that means providing stability is crucial. And the method that makes total sense to me is when we look at the whole body as a whole. We're not isolating an area and try to go after it. We're looking at the body as a whole entity. It's like a movement. A movement is like a concert. When you have a concert, the spotlight may be on a specific musician, but there's still background musicians that are playing. So for you to isolate your neck or your lower back and try to strengthen it, you're mistaken, because that body part has to behave according to how the rest of the body is behaving in movement and posture. So if we're isolating it and totally disregarding what it has to do and what the rest of the body do in relation to this, it makes a huge difference. So is this body part performing right, or is it performing wrong because there is a problem somewhere else, is what I'm asking you to look for. This is not something at one specific exercise is going to solve your problem. You got to identify the dysfunction and turn that dysfunction into function. And to me, the only right method is when we use developmental exercises, which is studying human babies. Babies throughout the whole world move the same way. This is the manual of movement, and therefore, if just like any manual that can have troubleshooting section, the manual solves a bunch of questions and concern and troubles. So you need to look at the manual. You need to learn how that movement is, and that's something that, at least in my practice, I get on the floor and I do it with the patients. It's very important for you to understand you hold the problem, you hold the solution, and you're the person who has to live with that body. So how you manage it makes a difference. That means you need to be an apprentice learning the trade. You don't need to go solve someone else's problem, but you certainly need to see what right looks like, what your version is, and how to turn your version into right. There's a lot more that can be discussed about stenosis, but I want to keep it for sleeping and stenosis, so otherwise this video is going to take forever. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you put the comments or any questions you have. And you have access to what I do using one of the methods of contact in the description box. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.